John Swindles here with Stephen Smith. He's just arrived to spar with Scott Quigg. How's time going, Stephen?
Good, thanks. Just back in training, feeling good, looking forward to my next fight. And as I said, I'm just here today just to another day's training for me. But it's the purpose of it is to help Scott Quigg and hopefully replicate what Salinas does and help him in his preparations for his big fight next week.
When can we next expect to see you in the ring?
We're just waiting on an alternate date at the minute, but it looks like I'm going to be defending me British title. I think it's going to be Gary Sykes, the board have ordered, so that'll probably be my next fight. But we're just waiting on a confirmation of a date.
How has Scott looked in the past, the sparring? Has he been looking sharp? Or?
Yeah, we've been doing bits Tuesday and again last week, and he's getting all his tactics off spot on. He looks really sharp. He's always fit, but he's really switched on, and hopefully he can nail down the tactics and get even more off today, and it'll be all for the good purpose when he wins next week.
Your recent victory over Gary Buckland down in Wales on the Cleverley undercard, it was a great stoppage. I'm going to be honest, I thought that Buckland was shooing for that fight. A lot of people did. You surprised me. But then when I look back at your history, I should have maybe researched you a bit more. How did it feel to get that fight?
Same, I think it's very honest of you. Because I think a lot of people were in the same boat really. I think a lot of people just looked at the Selby fight and thought that was it from me really, and didn't think I've had a great amateur career. I won everything in the amateurs, and since the turned pro, it's really only been the only bad night I've had, but it's probably been the most publicised fight of mine. So a lot of people have probably read into that a little bit too much, but again, I didn't blame anyone who thought Buckland was favourite, because he was in a rich vein of form. He beat everything. He beat some good lads in the likes of like Foster and Truscott and Bell and stuff like that, and the Sykes himself he's beat before, he's beat twice. So I knew he was good anyway, and it was a tough fight, but stylistically I thought it was a good fight for myself, and I was very confident going in.
I interviewed him before that fight at Gary Buckland, and he said that he wasn't worried about your power. Now, when I actually check your record, and you've got like 60% KO ratio, anyone in the lower the weight classes that's got a 60% KO ratio, you should be worrying about really. Do you think he was slightly overconfident because it was his third defence of his Lonsdale bout?
Possibly. I think the respect was there. I think he did rate me in terms of he did always say I was good and it was a good fight for himself. I think he's not the type to look past anyone, but he's always been tough. He's took shots off bigger lads than myself, so I think maybe that's where the confidence come from. And I never really watched many interviews or anything like that before the fight. I was just in a good mindset. I just didn't need to. But I did see one on my Twitter line saying Gary Buckland saying Stephen Smith's power won't trouble me, something along the same line. So I seen that and I thought, well, we'll see. I was always confident I could hurt him. I'd seen fight him in the past, and although he is very tough, he does seem to get it with shots, and he's not the hardest to hit. So I'm always confident in my own power. I believe he hits as hard as anyone. So I thought that'd come into play, but I'd always box him early and then let him walk onto the shots, get a little bit more confidence, and then I was confident if I caught him right, I can knock anyone out.
He was a cracker shot, probably one of the best uppercuts I've seen in British boxing for the last 10 years. What can we expect to see from you in the future now? Obviously, you say you fight here. Are you looking to maybe step up and go for European or maybe world title in the future? Yeah,
well, I know I'm highly ranked now. I'm in I think three of the governing bodies have got me ranked quite high, and I think I'm 7 in them or something. And I think I'll be mandatory for the European title, very soon. So, if that comes about, that's what I want to do. I want to get there, and I do want to move on. But it would be nice to keep a British title, and it's something I would love to do. But if it means a choice out of staying around domestically or moving on, then I've just turned 28 now, so I want to be moving on. I want to be progressing, and I had a little bit of a stall in my career with an injury and a loss. So I don't want any more holding back now. I want to go on and move and try and get as far as I can. So. If the European title comes about soon, then I'll jump at that.
On the night, so but buzzing, can't wait.
Go on, yeah.
What, a ball off?
A ball off.
A ball off, Rick. You ready? Go on. Go.